I overreacting? My husband, 26 male, locked me, 25 female, out for 25 minutes. My husband and I have 3-year-old twin girls, and I'm currently 6 months pregnant with our third. We got in an argument over letting our daughters play outside. We got hit hard with snow, but we both had work, so we didn't really have the chance to let the girls play in it. We were both off today, so I thought, perfect opportunity. This was the first winter they were old enough to care about snow, and they were mesmerized by it. So this morning I told my husband, I'm gonna take the girls out to play. He said he didn't want to come because it's too cold. I said, that's fine, I'm taking them. He said he didn't want any of us outside because it's too cold and the girls will get sick. Sickness doesn't really work like that, but anyways. I just kind of laughed and said, we won't be long. It's 25 degrees Fahrenheit, not -20. I probably didn't handle it the best and brushed him off, but he dropped it after that. I got the girls bundled up and we headed out front. We had fun for a few minutes and they loved it. But within 10 minutes, my husband was at the door calling for the girls to come in. They go inside and I'm kind of just standing in the front yard, annoyed for a moment. I go inside only to find he has locked the door. Oh, okay, so like what happened about him worried about you being too sick because it's so cold outside? I'm mad now and I have to. I start knocking and calling for him, but he doesn't come to the door and is ignoring my texts and calls. He even texted that I really needed to and he ignored that too. The most upsetting part is I could hear one of my daughters crying the entire time, stressed out knowing her mom is outside. So I stop knocking and sit on our porch. 25 minutes go by and he finally comes and unlocks the door. I push past him and go to the bathroom because yeah, I'm mad about to myself and freezing at this point. He's smiling like it's funny and saying,
oh, I thought you said it's not that cold. What's wrong?
We haven't spoken much today after that. What the That is not funny. That would only be like somewhat funny if he just like locked the door for 2 seconds and then unlocked it. He left you outside in the cold for 25 minutes and you're pregnant? He has genuinely never done something like this before. This is so up. What is wrong with him? Like, it's almost like that was like a punishment for disobeying him. He's caring and not punishing or vindictive, so this really isn't in his nature. I mean, clearly it is. I'm appalled and very hurt. I understand I annoyed him by taking the girls out and he thinks I undermined his parenting. Yeah, but what about your parenting? Literally, what about your parenting? He doesn't get the final say. Like, and honestly, neither do you. Sometimes you're gonna make decisions, sometimes he's gonna make decisions, but like, I fail to understand how you taking the girls outside to play in the snow. Buddy, I live in Canada, okay? People are outside playing in the snow and it's -20 degrees Celsius. What is 25 degrees Fahrenheit? 0 degrees? There's literally people walking around in shorts. I'm not trying to negate the fact that like, oh, it wasn't that cold, she's fine. I just fail to understand why he was trying to like control that situation. I'm a grown woman. He doesn't get to punish me by locking out of my own home. That part, like you're not his child, you're his wife, his pregnant wife, I might add, the mother of his children and unborn children. Or maybe he's justified, I don't know, I feel crazy, am I overreacting? No. What the actual is wrong with him? Yeah, he's a piece of your kid was crying, he clearly knew you were outside. If your kiddo is old enough, they probably wanted to open the door for you and your husband would have told them not to. Not the behavior they should see from a grown man. Also, you're pregnant and this is the way he's treating you? I mean, he shouldn't be treating you like this at all, but what the actual F? Yeah. Bombastic side eye. I understand he's never done something like this before, but this is really messed up. Some important things to note. There's a big difference between going outside and actively playing in the snow for a few minutes and sitting outside in the freezing cold. Yeah, so you're doing like physical activity, which makes you warmer. People take their kids skiing all the time. That part. There are also countries that leave their children to nap outside in the snow in their prams. Also, isn't even about being cold. He refused you access to your own home. He separated you from your children while they were distressed. He could have made you soil yourself and showed your girls that men don't need to respect the woman they're in a relationship with, all to teach you a lesson because you dared not agree to his every opinion and decided to create a beautiful moment for your kids instead. Literally, what the How would he have felt if you had to go to your neighbor to use the bathroom and explain why to them? Would he have been embarrassed for other people to have known what he did to you, or would he have stood by it? I would be keeping an eye on that type of behavior to make sure it doesn't escalate. His actions were completely over the top and totally out of proportion to the situation. You are not overreacting. In fact, I think you are grossly underreacting.